Basically, kids and all, nobody is excluded from being a narcissist. Let's be real. Some of the most challenging people that we have to deal with are those closest to us. I know you changed my diapers, but somebody got to change yours. Experts estimate that 1 in 10 children are sexually abused before their 18th birthday. Ookie, 1 in 10 kids. It's about 12 kids in that room that y'all got the kids in. And if a child is a narcissist, y'all can only imagine the type of manipulation they try to bleed onto the other children.
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl T Arian, aka Tweety, back with another Talks with Tweet video. And today we're going to talk about preparing for toxic family this holiday season, specifically narcissistic family members and children. Yes, kids are not excluded from this conversation. Y'all, the holidays are right around the corner. Baby, Thanksgiving is in 2 weeks. Although family gatherings are supposed to be about love and connecting and bonding with your family members, we do have toxic family members. You may have narcissists in your family, whether it's your parents, your cousins, your aunties, somebody in your family, your kids. Today, we're going to be talking about how to spot the red flags in these family members, how to deal with them, and how to handle the fact that, yes, even kids can show some narcissistic behaviors. We have to protect our peace this holiday season. And if you have little ones, it's even more important that you have this conversation with them now before you bring them around certain family members that you know are narcissist or toxic. If you have to be around narcissistic family members this holiday season, use that as a learning lesson for you and your children on how to set healthy boundaries within family. You know, we don't have to cut people off or have like a harsh falling out. We can just love people from a distance. The first thing I want to talk about is identifying narcissistic family members. Narcissistic family members have to have the focus on them at all times. It has to be all about them. It can be subtle at first, but over time, it becomes more obvious. For instance, you may have a family member that needs to always be the center of attention. I know y'all got those bougie aunties in y'all family who do the most, gotta be loud, dramatic, all that, have to be the center of attention. You know those toxic, fake bougie aunties that'll come to your house, talk about your space, you know, be talking about you got a white refrigerator and wood cabinets. Let me just leave this little clip of NENE Leakes. This is what I picture in my mind when I talk about these toxic, fake bougie family members.
The ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto. Kenya, if you got a dog in there, you better put it up.
You have seen Velvet 100 times.
She sounds like she's a Doberman.
Oh, look at you.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you dressed all sharp. Where you live, bitch?
You look good.
What is this, honey?
I had to move out of Kanye's house of horrors, so I thought this was the best option for me on a short notice. This is not where I live. This is my.
This is where you live, honey. Let me see what's going on. Oh, Velvet, show me around. Oh, let me see. I was shocked, honey. I was in tears almost. And it has a white refrigerator. I was like, oh, not a white refrigerator. Girl, please put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home, honey. Oh, Lord. Kenya, what is going on up in here?
This is where I've been since that crazy lady started.
Let me see, child. Kenya is in a 2.3-star hotel. She definitely didn't want to pay over $129 a night. But you're not gonna sit with me, honey.
Stop, NENE. You have the same dog. Why are you acting like that?
Okay, Kenya. I've called my realtor, and we're gonna go look at some places. And I also have a helicopter on the roof to take us up out this camp, okay? Who knew we were gonna be twirling back to the hood, honey?
Mind y'all, these same fake bougie aunties or people that need the attention all on them that come into your space and talk about your space and be like, ooh, child, the ghetto. Be trying to leave with like 30 plates and this be like they third man this year. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, they got a new man. They don't even have a house to host no celebrations in, no holidays in, yet they want to come and just talk mess and have the attention on them. They be Gucci down, but don't have a pot to pee in. But you worried about a white fridge. Baby, you are worried about the wrong thing. Then you got some family members that will use guilt for personal gain. Like, baby, I thought we already cleared that up last year. Why are you bringing that up to manipulate a situation? Sometimes with our family members, you might even feel like you have to walk on eggshells because you don't know how they'll react. You don't know what mood they're in. You don't want to feel drained afterwards. You just want to protect your peace. You might be that person that's just like, you know what, it's not even worth the headache. You already know she gonna go off if I say this or that, so I'm just not gonna say nothing. Even though it's eating you up inside and you really still feel hurt about a situation that your family member may have done to you, you don't want to bring it up because you feel like they might pop off and you don't want to be the one that ruined Christmas dinner. And don't get me started on these older family members, especially older women. It's like you can't bring up nothing to them without them feeling like you being disrespectful. This is gaslighting. This is a narcissist's favorite tactic. They will try to gaslight you to make you feel like you're doing something wrong by setting a healthy boundary. And you can set a boundary respectfully. These same older people, these elderly people in your family that you have a hard time setting boundaries with, that you have to walk on eggshells with, they need to remember that, baby, eventually, I know you change my diapers, but somebody got to change yours. And a lot of these home healthcare people and taking care of the elderly, they will tell you firsthand that during the holiday season, a lot of these older people are lonely because they treated their family like crap. And shout out to all of those who are serving the elderly and those who cannot take care of themselves. We really appreciate you guys for all your hard work and dedication and your sacrifice to sit with them and be with them and care for them over the holidays. It's not overlooked. But I do want to mention that they see it firsthand. All right, so I want to give you 5 signs today on recognizing red flags of narcissistic family members. Number 1 is their constant need for validation. Say you've been slaving in the kitchen all day, you cooked, everything good, like nobody complaining, but this one or a few family members just gotta say something. They have to redirect the attention on them. So they'll be like, oh my gosh, did y'all see on Instagram I had posted my outfit, my Thanksgiving outfit. I left them dead in the living room. Y'all go like it right quick. Put y'all forks down, stop eating, go like my post, like share it on your story, cousin. Like, I really ate. Y'all over here eating that macaroni, I really ate on that post. I know that example was a little bit sarcastic, but I just wanted to use that scenario to tell you that the reality of that is narcissists need constant validation. It's never going to be about celebrating your success. Even the little things like cooking is never going to be about you. They can't fathom it not being about them. It eats them up. That's the only thing that ate, for real. They're always going to find a way to revert the conversation back to them, about what they doing, what they got going on. Which brings me to the second red flag. They'll dismiss your feelings. Y'all know how I was mentioning about how our older family members, you can feel like you're walking on eggshells with them when you're about to set a boundary because you don't know how they're gonna react. They may feel like, girl, what you stressed out about? Say you're expressing, you know, your mental health problems, things that you went through this year, like, and they like, girl, well, you know, I went through it too, so you'll be fine. Like, for example, this year I lost Chloe's dad. So say, for example, I'm sitting at the table and God forbid my mom is like, girl, I went through the same thing, you'll be all right. They just basically dismiss your feelings and make you like you don't matter. Say, for example, you just like, dang, like I really had it hard in the grocery store finding all the stuff to cook over Thanksgiving. Y'all, like the lines was crazy. You're not really complaining like to steal anybody energy. You just kind of, you know, telling them about your Thanksgiving preparation, and they will come in with something so dramatic. We're like, oh, you went through that, girl, that's nothing. They'll jump in the conversation, they'll interrupt you. You won't even be able to finish what you were saying. You'll be like, y'all, I was in a grocery store, it was so hard for me to find sweet potatoes for this sweet potato pie and the candy yams y'all wanted. And you know, by the time I got to the marshmallow aisle, somebody was trying to steal the marshmallows out of my car. Well, I had it worse. I had to find a parking spot outside the grocery store and somebody hit my car. Like, I get it, that is really bad, but like, can I finish talking? And why does the attention have to be reverted back to you? Again, narcissists cannot stand other people being the center of attention. They're going to always revert the attention back on themselves at the expense of your feelings. Your struggle is always going to be minimized to make room for their larger than life, self-centered perspective. Oh, you mad? Well, let me tell you about my problems for the 12,000th time. The third red flag is they will try to make you feel small. Going back to the white refrigerator moment with NENE leaks, they will literally try to make you feel like you're nothing. You're below them. So say for example, you know, this is your first year hosting a family event and you know, you have a white refrigerator, you have wooden cabinets, but this is your first time getting your home, purchasing your home. You're proud of this, okay? And y'all, please stop trying to be in competition with aesthetics. A lot of people be trying to keep up with a lifestyle that's not real. That is only some things that we see on social media. How do we not even know that these people are living in staged homes? Please stop worrying about what other people think about your living space. If you got food, shelter, water, baby, you are blessed. A lot of people don't even have that. Think about all the homeless people we see over the holiday season. At least you got a place to call home.
Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this all this is you right here? Okay. It don't smell like roaches in here or nothing. This is so nice. And look at this. Girl, how you get sparkles in the back of an animal? What is this, a Care Bear?
Don't worry about these narcissists trying to make you feel small. They'll come in your space and be like, oh, you got a white refrigerator? Oh, I got one of those stainless steel ones. It got the touch screen on it. I need you guys to put on your armor this holiday season. Don't let anyone make you feel like that. You are more than average, okay? Speaking of more than average, shop the brand more than average. That means know what you deserve. You don't have to tolerate anything less than what you are. Narcissists often belittle other people to make themselves seem large, to make themselves seem better than what they actually are. Your accomplishments, your growth does not matter to them. As long as they can turn the spotlight back on themselves, that's all they care about. Whenever it's about you doing something good, like hosting your first holiday Thanksgiving, maybe you went back to school, you got a big announcement to, you know, tell the family, maybe you're telling your family that you're getting married, you're having a baby, and they are going to still try to find a way to diminish and minimize that. Which brings me to number 4. They will belittle your success. For example, I know a lot of people are coming home from college during the holiday season, and you have older family members that'll low-key be hating on you because they didn't finish school, they didn't do this or go to school for that. Y'all do not let those people try to belittle you, okay? They just mad, and y'all use this miserable energy. If you are one of these people that you have family members like this and you're in school, do not let that discourage you. Do not let those people try to bring you down. It's like a crab in a bucket mentality. They want you to be exactly where they are. They don't want to see, people want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. And especially in our own family, sadly. So you telling them how you got accepted into grad school or you got accepted into this school, and they're gonna try to belittle you. I went to cosmetology school and I'm still making money like a nurse. Girl, you don't even need to go to school all those years to be a doctor. Like, just do what you like, do what you love. Wasn't you doing nails? Wasn't you doing hair? Like, they gonna try to belittle you in some form or fashion. And not to say that these people aren't successful doing hair and nails or whatever they're doing, but if that's, don't let them try to diminish your passion and your track of life because they not doing it. It be a low-key hater vibe. You can feel the vibes, you can feel the energy, okay? They be giving big loser energy. Or say, you know, baby, you dyed your hair red, okay? I see the new hair color, okay? You pull up to Thanksgiving, you got your hair done, baby, they find one little speck of black hair left. They like, oh, well, I could have did that for you. You get a promotion at work and you sharing it with your family. You like, y'all, it's been 2 years, I finally got promoted. And they like, oh, well, I could have did that in my sleep, but you know, good for you. Or they'll immediately bring up somebody else or something. They're gonna bring up how they was promoted back in the day, or they'll bring up how somebody else was promoted. Say it's your auntie and you know, your cousin, y'all are around the same age. She gonna be like, oh yeah, well my baby was promoted 2 last year already. Girl, she been in her position like a year now. You might want to ask her for some notes on how she handling her new position. No, thank you. Y'all, please, I'm already telling y'all right now, avoid shaking the table this year.
Bring it down, cause my head will start spinning. Now chop on your turkey.
Try it. Try it. Try it. With me if you want to. It's not a good day. Okay? Now back to that one.
Shaking the table.
I I promise you, these narcissistic family members are going to try you. The reality is, narcissists cannot stand to see anybody else succeed, because once again, it takes the attention away from them. They'll try to protect their fragile ego by belittling your success and your achievements. Like, baby, no, you more than average, and you know that. And my last red flag, they will constantly need attention at the expense of others. I kind of feel like this point goes back to number one, where it's like they will diminish your feelings. Say you're telling a funny story about, you know, your week at work last week, and you just sharing it with the family at the table or whatever, and they just jump in, interrupt your story, and start saying, oh my gosh, that reminds me of my work week. Like, literally, this didn't happen. Like, okay, just forget about your story, because now it has to be about them. And your family members might get so wrapped up into what they saying that they literally forget to ask you, oh, what were you saying again? Literally, your conversation is forgotten about. That's how narcissists will do. Narcissists need constant attention, y'all. Get this through your head. It makes them feel so uncomfortable when somebody else has a spotlight. Even a small moment of somebody giving you praise or applauding you for your accomplishments will trigger them. This is their triggering moment to go ahead and try to steal the show. Do not expect any praise from a narcissist. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Well, yeah, I did this and this and this. Like, they're gonna always try to one-up you. And I know these examples can seem like lighthearted, but they illustrate a serious issue. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to talk about it because they, again, have to walk on eggshells, especially with family, because they feel like, I don't want to mess up my family, and it's a lot. So even though these examples can seem lighthearted, y'all, people try to do little stuff to take you down. It don't have to be blatantly try to hurt you or blatantly try to do something to you. There are narcissists out there like that, but a lot of our narcissists in our families are going to be a little more gentle with it. Recognizing these red flags is the first step in learning how to handle narcissistic family members this holiday season, and handling narcissistic people in general with grace. It's about protecting your peace without getting sucked into their self-centered vortex. And just because you love somebody, just because this person is family, does not mean you have to deal with their toxic behavior. It's about learning to love people from a distance, and if it comes down to it, cutting them off and setting boundaries that protect your peace. I know a lot of us do not want to be alone this holiday season. Y'all, last year was my first year having Thanksgiving by myself. It was just me and my daughter. It's actually more peaceful, but I still crave that family thing. This part of the video is specifically for my lover girls, my girls who are like those family oriented people. Most of the time women, I'm not saying that this can't be for men too, but most of the time women are the ones that are always trying to keep the family together. We can sometimes easily get caught up in people pleasing or trying to fix family dynamics at the expense of our peace. But I've learned, just like relationships and friendships, you can detach gracefully. When it comes to narcissistic family members, the same rule applies. Don't let these narcissistic family members' traits or energy bleed into your life. You don't gotta be cold, you don't gotta be mean, but you don't have to accept toxic behavior from anybody. It's okay to step back and establish boundaries, even if that means not attending family events and not participating in family gatherings or not participating in any family drama. Love shouldn't be exhausting. All right, parents, let's talk about that, how dangerous it is when you have kids and you are around these narcissistic family members. Y'all have to remember, narcissism don't have no rules. It don't matter who it is. It could be kids too. And if you have family members that are narcissists, you got to remember, you don't know if they kids have taken on those traits as well. So while our kids are so happy to hang with their cousins and, you know, maybe their mom or dad or whoever in your family is the narcissist, you got to remember that you don't know what these kids are learning at home, what they seeing at home. So when they get in these family environments, we tend to kind of let our guard down and be like, oh, that's family, that they kids, nothing's gonna happen. But y'all don't have to comment, but you can just like this video if you've ever been molested by a family member, or you've been playing house with your cousins, your family members. You ain't gotta say nothing. You can be honest. Just like the video, because a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but a lot of people have been a victim of it or the perpetrator. And all that spending the night, you getting too turned up, they trying to have cousin sleepovers and stuff, dead. Unless this is a healthy family member and all the kids is in a living room. It could be a mature adult watching your kids and their kids and all the cousins in the room. But you gotta remember, narcissistic family members, it has to be about them. So say that they watching the kids. You know, y'all went out Thanksgiving night, because a lot of stuff be popping off Thanksgiving night. Everybody in the club, you know what I'm saying? Christmas, New Year's Eve, all that, people going out. So say, you know, this one narcissistic family member is at the crib watching all the kids. Narcissists play favorites. Narcissists will team kids up against each other. They like that. They thrive off negativity. So you have to be careful who you leaving your kids around and what you exposing them to, because these narcissists will be watching your kids but encouraging them to do inappropriate behaviors with the other kids or with them. And a lot of y'all need to stop leaving kids to watch kids. Let these kids be kids. Let these teens be teens. Have a mature adult in the room. And y'all, and I know like there's no daycares open and stuff like that on holidays, but if you're not really around this family member like that, I would not just be trying to be like, oh, that's family, nothing will ever happen, because a lot of people are usually touched, are usually victimized by people that they know and they are related to. Baby, let's Google it. As many as 60% are abused by people the family trust. About 35 of the victims are 11 years old or younger. And nearly 40% are abused by older or larger children. Experts estimate that 1 in 10 children are sexually abused before their 18th birthday. Ookie, 1 in 10 kids. It's about 12 kids in that room that y'all got the kids in. And a lot of them are 11 years old or younger, and you got them watching them kids. Or they might be 13, 14. Just because they got a teen in their name do not mean they ready to watch no other kids. They still a kid. If you're not watching your children, don't be surprised when they're exposed to inappropriate behavior, language, or unsafe interactions. And y'all, kids do not want to tell. A lot of them, especially if they are manipulated by other narcissistic children, don't tell, or I'm gonna do this, don't tell, or I'm gonna do that. They're not gonna say anything until it's too late. They might eventually come out, and it'll come out at, I don't know, maybe a Thanksgiving in 20 years. You over there peeling the potatoes and you like, why these cousins haven't talked in, you know, so years? Y'all used to be so close when you was little. Whole time somebody finally just gave up and was like, you touched me when I was little. Whoa, why nobody been said nothing? I am an advocate for being a helicopter parent when necessary. You do need to allow your kids to have a little bit of freedom, because you know you want them to know that you trust them. But when you in situations where it's people around that you know are narcissists, and you know that they kids are raised a little differently, because y'all know them hood cousins, they was raised in the hood, and you know every time you come around, you the bougie cousin. Oh, you bougie, you talk proper, and you do this. Y'all went to the white school and all that. Now they trying to bully you and manipulate you and try to, you know, make you feel less than. It literally, y'all, it be in the kids a lot, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Like, a lot of people don't talk about it because, for one, they're embarrassed about it. But there's a lot of people that are victimized by this. I hope I could find that clip of SAUCY Santana when he was talking about his sexual experience, that could be possibly the reason that he is gay, because he was sexually assaulted by a male family member.
Families don't talk about it. I think that family's sweeping under the rug.
Do you still know the person? Are they still like the family member?
I'm past it. Like, I don't hold no grudges. It could be because I grew up in it. It could be because I was groomed or manipulated.
So you kept doing it after the situation happened?
Yeah, this was like
9 years
from
old, so like
9 to like 16. Yeah. I don't have no hard feelings. Only thing was, everybody was just like, oh, he lying. I'm like, I ain't lying. I didn't want to tell. I didn't tell. I trusted one of my cousins, and he told everybody. And that's how it came out. It came to the point where family had to choose sides. Hey, you gonna be on that side, think he lying, or you gonna stand up for what's right? I felt betrayed when everything hit the fan because it was something that a cousin who I confided in, he went and told everybody. And so that's how my mom and my other family found out. I don't think I was necessarily ready at that age to speak on it. So it was just more betrayal than anything when I was a child. I didn't really understand the champion part of it. But now I am glad that my cousin did that.
Never talked about none of this.
A lot of guys who may not be, you know, gay, they have experienced some really traumatizing events with their boy cousins playing house, or even girls, they've experienced some traumatizing events playing house. And that's why I'm like, you gotta be a helicopter parent, especially during these holiday seasons when you putting the kids up. Don't do that, y'all. Have these kids out in the living room doing stuff. If the kids can't be in the mix, then maybe that's not the place for y'all to be. Period. It's supposed to be family friendly. If y'all gotta go outside to smoke y'all blunt or whatever, do that. Maybe the kids need to be playing over there on the swing sets where you can see all of them and they not inside while y'all outside. Like, I don't know what y'all plan is, but I just need y'all to think wisely, because why would we continue making these generational curses? Why would we continue these generational patterns in our families if we know, if we've been through it ourselves and we know what causes it? Stop putting them kids up in that room. Stop leaving them with them teenagers or them adults you really don't trust like that. Okay, you gotta trust your intuition. And with your kids, you know. Say the kids are upstairs in the game room and all the adults are downstairs taking shots and stuff. Y'all, if it's a door closed, you can't go up there. I'm sorry, you gotta be my pocket buddy. Period. But say they upstairs, you know, you can go frequently check in. Go check in on them kids. Y'all good? You want some pie? What you need? What y'all playing with? What's that? Y'all sharing? Okay, check in. Just tap in, baby. Just tap in with them kids, because they'll be tapping each other. And you don't want to find out when it's too late and you can't do nothing about it. Be an involved parent in the moment. Always be on alert. Don't get too drunk at no family party thinking that, oh, it's family. We good over here. You good, but ain't nobody gonna really watch for your kid like you gonna watch for your kid. We have all been kids, so you know how mean kids are to each other. And if a child is a narcissist, y'all can only imagine the type of manipulation they try to bleed onto the other children by manipulating them, saying, you know, if you tell, then X, Y, and Z is gonna happen. I'm not gonna play with you no more. I'm gonna do this and that to you. I'm gonna hurt you. And y'all, kids a lot of times cannot differentiate what is true and what is false, like in certain things like that. You got to protect their emotional well-being and their physical well-being. Basically, kids and all, nobody is excluded from being a narcissist. So with the holidays coming up, y'all, it may feel impossible to avoid family drama, but you do have the power to decide what you will and will not tolerate. And that's the reason I'm making this video today. You are allowed to set boundaries even with family. If you know being around a certain family member or members disrupts your peace, be honest about it. You can even have a conversation and say, you know, I love spending time with you, but I can't tolerate X, Y, and Z behavior right now. I don't have space for X, Y, and Z in my life right now. Maybe we can connect later after I've had some time to recharge. And y'all, I literally went through this recently with a family member where I had to tell her, like, look, I feel some type of way about you doing X, Y, and Z. So right now, I just need some space. That don't mean I don't love her. That don't mean that, you know, I'm not proud of her or I have to have all the attention on me. It just means that I am hurt by this and I don't have space to really just fake kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about being honest with yourself and just being honest out loud. Like, I don't want to have to walk on eggshells with nobody. And don't let people try to gaslight you into feeling like you are wrong for feeling how you feel. If you were touched as a child and you grow up and realize, like, I was molested, I didn't really understand what was going on there. But now I see now, like, you was too old really to be touching on kids. Like, why was the police not even called? Y'all are toxic. Every time I come around here, y'all talking about other family members behind their back. Then they come around and y'all faking it. I don't like that. I don't like that spirit. I don't want that spirit on me or my kids. So this holiday season, I'm just encouraging y'all. protect your peace at all costs and protect your kids at all costs. You can still love your family from a distance and explain to your little ones that they can stay true to themselves too. If you're dealing with narcissistic family members, share your experience below. Maybe you've had a holiday experience that you're like, you know what, am I the only person who's dealt with this? Put it in the comments, y'all. Let's talk about it, okay? I'm pretty sure somebody out there is waiting on you to tell your testimony because they are scared to. And this is why I make these videos, because sometimes I have to be the voice of the homebodies. I gotta be the voice of the people, like, because people don't want to talk about it. But the thing we gotta do is, y'all, the first thing that we gotta do, we have to call out these spirits. We have to call out these demonic things that are happening that people don't want to talk about, so we can actually heal them and get to it. Like, we gotta stand on business. Like, that's what the enemy wants you to do. He wants you to be quiet. He don't want you to say nothing. He wants things to keep going on in the dark. But when you actually speak on it, so many people are heard, so many people feel seen, and so many people their feelings are validated. So I really pray and I hope that you guys have a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.